So let me put this on pause.
All right, so I'm picking egghead.dwt to start from. So I'm just going to say open. Going to check out a couple things. Down here in the right, this is the annotation scale. We know that our project is going to be 1 to 200, which is not in this list. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down to custom and call out the word custom and use the word add. And we're going to say, it's going to be similar to the other ones, 1:200. Paper units is going to be 1. Drawing units is going to be 200. I'm going to say OK. And it says that. And then we're going to just come down here and we're going to touch 1 to 200 for our annotation scale. And so that's the beginning of, we're going to go check to make sure our units are in decimal for civil engineering. We're not going to operate in architectural units. So this model space is considered 1 to 1. So like if I type in 1, I'm considering it 1 foot. If I type in 10, I'm considering it 10 foot. So I'm going to type in the word units. I'm going to say, I see that we're in decimal precision. They can be set down to like to hundreds. Same thing over here for this. Decimal degrees is fine. I work in a survey office. Sometimes I use surveyor units, but decimal degrees is going to be fine. And then under units, I like to work unitless, but you can say feet.
Why don't we say feet?
Okay. So we're going to say feet. And then we're going to just say, my direction is east. That is correct. And I'm going to just say, okay. So we know that we're working in decimal. We're in feet. And we have an angle degree of decimal degrees. So, okay. The next thing we're going to check is that we have annotative text. So I'm going to do a text style command. I'm typing things out, and you can see that if I start typing, I'm going to get a list of things that it's recognizing as a possible. And it's not coming up with the the dialog box.
You want that dialog box?
Yeah.
Okay, so home tab, right here where it says annotation, click.
Okay. Yeah.
On that. And then you want text, right?
Yes.
So let's click on that first one. And then hit manage text styles.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to set up, let's say, a Roman S annotative piece of text. Or do you have a preference?
No, not really.
Okay. In my office, we use Roman S. There's a couple cool things about that.
I think it's alphabetical, right?
Yeah, it is.
There it is.
I can spell. So I'm going to say Roman S is our favorite font. I'm going to call it annotative.
Oh, you just changed it there?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to call it annotative, and I'm going to assign my first height. Our minimum text height that we usually use in civil engineering is 0.08. These are considered what used to be called Leroy template sizes. 0.08 is like the minimum you kind of want to use on a 11 by 17. Would you be more comfortable with a little bit larger, like 0.1, maybe? Your show me template kind of seemed to be like 0.1.
Typically it's, yeah.
It could be like at DOT stuff would be 1.25.
Yeah.
Let's go with 0.125.
All right.
And basically you're all set here. You're telling it that you're going to be annotative 0.125. And, sorry, Roman. Screwed that up. Now I'm going to say, I could have probably just...
You just changed the annotative.
Yeah, I just changed the annotative one. I could call out new and do the same exact steps. Right.
Okay. You didn't assign a text height for that though.
Okay, so we
Right.
can go. Yeah, so we can just go and make that. Let's say yes.
Okay, so why do you do that with the standard? You turned it into an annotative text, and then you have the annotative.
I didn't realize that was there.
Oh,
I just kind of
so you can
messed that up.
unclick the annotative in that dialog box?
Yeah.
No, I mean, go to standard. Now where you have the
Yeah.
annotative clicked on.
Right. I can say apply to that.
Okay. So the annotative is now set to 0.125.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
So basically at this point we don't have any layers. I don't believe in ACAD.
No, we don't.
So
we have a layer called object that I want them to draw the outside, and then an object called a line called center. Yeah.
Okay.
So just create a new layer.
All right. So let's create a couple new layers.
Yeah.
So we're going to click new layer, and we're just going to give it it's highlighted so you can just start typing. So we're going to say object, all caps, right? And that's going to be a color. Oops. And that's going to be a color of a white and continuous, which is fine. I think that's what we saw.
Yeah.
We're going to create another new layer. We're going to call it, let's call it center line.
Yeah.
I think I saw that it was green in your...
green, yep.
So green. We're going to see what
load.
We're going to load in the ACAD lens style. Okay. We're just going to go check center. My favorite is center 2. Center 2 is half the scale of the center line. Do you care?
No.
That's usually what I use in my drawings. And then say okay. Oops. And then we're gonna
I do that all the time.
We're gonna assign that right there. And I think we're gonna want another one for text, right?
Okay, yeah.
So we're just gonna call it text, and you say they prefer blue.
Yeah. Well, actually, a dimension layer, but it's going to be the blue for dimension.
Okay. All right. Well,
so rename that to dimension.
Right. So you can just come in here and highlight that. We'll just call it dimension. Okay. And then see, we're going to go back and change that back to continuous too.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Now, the other thing that you have is you're going to have leader lines. So you want to do the same exact thing for the leader lines as you did for the textile.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see if that... So we're going to say annotative, and we're going to say modify. Decimal's fine. We can go to a precision, probably a 0.2. Let's see if I want to do primary units. We can do a suffix where we can assign the foot symbol.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And then you'll see that highlights. See how that...
Yeah, it puts it on there.
Yeah. So the text color, we're going to say... We usually use bilayer.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. Stay with bilayer, yeah.
Fill color... I guess that could be none. It should be bilayer also. We're going to have to test this out. Offset from dimension, probably 0.4 will be okay. We'll see. It brings it a little bit closer to the line. Yeah, 0.04. Symbols. In this case, our standard is to match our arrow size to our text height. So we can go and call that 1.125 for the arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Half of that would be we can say 0.06, the break size.
What's a dimension break? I don't even know what that is.
It's the break between the text and the leader line.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. And then I can say okay. What's wrong?
I don't know. I gotta go.
Oh, I got.
And we're recording. We're recording.
I'm going to change my clothes, shut the door, and go and wash them.
Okay.
So I had just a double decimal.
Double decimal?
Yeah, so I had to go back here and I'm just going to make the break size 0.0625.
Okay.
Approximately half of that. And then I'm going to go check the text that is annotative. 0.125 is fine. Let's give this a try. And close. Okay. So the next thing, so let's draw our first line. We might as well start with the lines that are going east to west. And do you know like the dimension?
What I can tell you is that from here to here, it's 250 feet.
Okay.
And then this, there's a radius here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't see. I can't see what.
Yeah, it says radius 250.
Okay. So from here, well, from the center of here to here is 250 plus 60 feet, so it's 310 feet from the center of here to that corner, right there.
Yeah. All right. We gotta know a couple other ones. It would be so much easier if I could just open up the other sample drawings.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
That's fair.
That's fine. I'm not so worried about drawing. I'm not going to show them how to draw this.
Okay.
But I want to show them how to set it up. But I do want to see how you draw this. So
I just kind of want to get a little idea of what that distance is. Cloverleaf Civil. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's call it 1,500. Was this my drawing? Probably, right?
Yeah.
Let's give it a different name other than
dimension layer.
Right. So we're going to go to object. You want to make sure that you're drawing on the correct layer. So you just want to make sure that you change to the layer that you want your line work on. Like Peter just said, it's going to be object in this case. This is kind of a bad habit to leave it as drawing 3. Let's give it a name. So let's do a file save as. So over civil. And so we're going to go. I turned my F8 on to go in a solid direction, like a orientation of to the west, or excuse me, to the east. I'm just going to type in 1,500 and hit enter. Zoom out a little bit, and then at this time, all I would do is do an offset command. And we know that first offset is going to be 60. So then you just go 60. Do you know okay, so hang on, like, just get an idea here. So it's 100 foot between. So let's go. I'm going to change the center line and do an offset this time of 30. I got right? Yeah. Oops. Why did that not go right? Oh, I didn't type it right. Sorry. That was the big problem. It'd be nice to type it. I see what I did. Sorry, I'm half like blind. Okay. Let's go offset.
You should probably fix that line on the end.
Which line?
At the end, right there. You haven't closed it.
No, I'm not going to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got the UCS thing mixed up.
Okay. So I just want to do another offset and just do 30. So that's directly in the center. And you can just take this line here that you've drawn on an object and come up to this properties box here and just change it to center line.
Mhm.
And boom, that you have it done. And then pretty simply, you want to do a copy command. Oops. And again, with your ortho on, you're done selecting, so you hit enter and do the displacement. And you can pick the endpoint, but we're just gonna say 100. Okay. Now we can either just close up these ends. We can go back to the object layer, close up these ends. Oops. Endpoint to endpoint. And to get the angled line, I would actually make a cheat here, and I would do from, let's see, where's your O snaps?
You can press down on move your hand here, press down on shift and right click.
Okay.
Or you can just type, outside of the command, you can type OS for OSNAP to start it up.
Okay, I'm issuing a line command.
No, hit escape again, twice. OS.
Okay.
Enter. Oh, you're not typing OS.
I know, I'm having a
There you
hard time
go.
with the light. I just want to do a midpoint thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to go midpoint to midpoint. Now this is just a cheat because what I'm going to do is actually copy everything in the same exact spot with the exception of this line here. I'm going to go midpoint and I'm going to pick that same exact point again. And then I'm going to rotate and I'm going to say P for previous. Go back to that midpoint. I'm done selecting objects, so I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go back to this midpoint here, and I'm going to tell it to be, I think we said it was 75. And I just, because we set
Yeah,
this
it
degrees,
is 75.
I'm just going to hit 75. And it goes into, it should be going, if we set it up properly, should be going in a clockwise direction. Boom.
I forgot that it does clockwise.
And then we can erase this middle point here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me think about this so that I do it right. Can I go back to the other drawing just for yucks?
What did you say?
Dim a line.
That's not is that the center of the thing?
I think so. Let's check.
I don't know that that arrowhead is at the center.
All right, so let's pick.
Hold the shift key and right click. You'll get your O snaps if that's
Okay.
what you're looking for.
Yep. Okay.
That's like an override.
I'm just gonna issue an L command then. I'm just I highlighted that and I'm just doing a properties on that.
You right clicked it.
And
right?
I right clicked it, yeah. So it's telling me it's almost like, I wonder if we can do it just at even numbers. Let's try
1200.
Yeah. We could try 1200.
Why would you do that?
Well, I'm just seeing how they built theirs because you're asking me to build this thing. So they didn't use a perfectly even number. I'm trying to figure out why they didn't. I don't think it makes too much of a difference. 310, 330.
Why'd you go to the center line? Why didn't you go to the edge of the road?
Oh, we could. Oops. It's just the way I work in my office.
Trim, you just delete, type TR, then click on what you want to go away.
Oops. That's not how it works in my place. Okay. Let's see what their number is. Okay, so their length is exactly 310. Alright, let's do that.
I told you that. I think because that's the radius of the thing, right?
Right. So I'm going to do another offset command. And I'm just going to say 310.
Oh, you got to find the center of that.
Yes. So it kind of give me temporary construction lines that I can... And then you're just going to issue a radius of 310.
Yeah, I bet you could use tangent radius there for that circle.
Right. There's... in AutoCAD, there's multiple ways of doing basically... Oops.
Yeah, there's multiple ways to skin every cat, right?
Right. You doing that right?
No, because you want to get rid of that.
Okay.
Oh, you can look at the one in front of you too.
That's a good point. Okay. And then at this point, you're really just kind of doing offset commands again with that same distance, 30.
No, 60 feet wide.
Right.
Oh, do the center.
Right.
Sorry.
And then you're going to do match layer, which you can come down here and select that and then hit enter and oops,
Go the opposite direction.
yours works backwards. So take that, enter, and match it to that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would trim to here.
That's an erase there.
Yeah.
I guess you could trim it twice just to get rid of it.
Yeah, we got some erasing to do. But basically, yeah, so you're just cleaning that up. And you can do the same thing down here with an offset command. Do that 310 again.
No, it's different. This one is a radius of 250.
Oh, okay. Then you're just, I didn't see that. You can get rid of your center. You can get rid of these first. Do you want me to clean this part up first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Circle command. So basically, at this point, you're using you're using standard commands: copy, trim, offset.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the opposite. Oops. And I'll be okay.
You find yourself doing that a lot at work?
Actually, yeah.
No, click that.
Right, and
click this one.
And this one.
Now hit enter. There you go.
All right. What are our other ones? 310 on this side and 250 on this side.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you're just you know, at this point, you're just doing offsets to get to your centers. Create your temporary construction points.
Becomes 250.
Nice. Sorry. Just having a hard time with the offset command. Keep getting backslashes.
Down 310, right? Yeah.
Okay. See, I made that mistake. I can come here and highlight that, and I can come correct it over here in the properties box. Oh, you know what? I
You
didn't
did
say
it twice.
I did it. Yeah.
Try using tangent radius to do that arc.
Yes, we can do that.
Circle.
Okay. CI.
I hit the down arrow key on the keyboard. Down arrow.
Did okay. Got it.
Click the tangency points.
Great. That's fine. Yes, you could do that instead of doing these construction lines. Multiple ways of doing everything in AutoCAD. But basically, between getting that all cleaned up now, no, you want that one.
We need to get rid of that little arc up on there.
Yeah, that's a erase command. I'm just trying to do my
Trimming.
oops. Control C gets out of that. And back to here. Let's see, we want to keep that. That's good. Working rid of that. Let's see, we're going. You get that circle. That circle goes by. Nope. Stays. Why does that not look right? Oh, I did something wrong. We don't need this arc in here. And
That was just a trim. Yeah, hit the line. There you go.
okay.
I think.
Yeah. Well, actually, I want to go to this one. I'll be okay.
I don't know if you need that one.
Because you're.
Oh, they're coming down onto the road.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
So I'm doing the match properties thing, which is.
So you actually have to delete some of that that inner circle there too, right?
Yeah.
Or trim, I mean.
Yeah, see, I just used one that was the way I'm more used to doing it.
What was match properties? I'm sorry.
This one. Let me go Control Z. I touched this one, Match Properties.
Yeah.
That was here. And I touched the source object first.
Yeah.
And then I touched the...
Oh, okay.
Right. And then, so we do want to trim out this guy. So now we're good. And I think you're just gonna... You are gonna keep those... I forget. I can't see it for... I'm getting ahead of myself here. We're gonna eventually turn... You're gonna have like bridges here or something?
Well, they're just like boxes.
Okay.
They're polyline boxes.
Okay.
Because they have to know the area of road surface 3. So they have to know how many square feet that is. So that's just a box that goes here and in here.
Okay. I'm still cleaning this up. Yeah, busy trimming in. Trim. And then this one's going bye-bye. So we can erase this guy. That guy. And erase this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, we made that look pretty good. And then let's go match properties on this guy. Oops. Control Z gets out of accidental erases.
Control Z.
Mm-hmm.
What does Control Z do?
It's an undo.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. That's why I always just use the arrow for that, but that's just me.
I think that's pretty much how you want your clover to look.
Okay.
At this point, you can change to your dimension layer. That's what you want to do next, is dimension.
Yeah, I want them. They're going to have to dimension the drawing.
Okay. So let's see if we set up the dimension good. Let's try dim radius. Let's try that. And just go pick. All right, we don't have our dimensions set, do we?
Annotation below that word, right there.
So we do have it.
Next one down.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we want to go annotative.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
It is set to annotative. What was that?
This
one?
is M leader. I don't know if we'll use that or not, but we didn't set that up either, so that won't work as good as our other ones right now. So dim radius. And then we can just pick center.
Yeah, dimension it to that edge. I don't know what you're doing right now.
I'm trying to do it like that, drawing.
Oh, don't worry about that. What do you mean trying to put it in the middle?
Yeah.
Oh, I want it to say 310 feet. What's the...
For some reason, it's got the masking on.
I don't know what masking is. I've never seen that before.
Why is it doing that? My WYSIWYG is not here, so what's going on here?
What's WYSIWYG? What you see is what you get.
Yeah. Oh, here, the mask. Let's take that off. Oh, it's not on. Huh. What's that happening? Something's on.
That's for center marks. Whew.
There we go. It's the fill
What's
thing.
that?
It was the fill thing. So it was
Where's that? Show it to me again.
It was under text. We wanted that to say none.
Oh, you changed that originally, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess that was my fault. Okay, there we go. What else does this thing say? Road surface one. So I think maybe we should have set up this this leader style.
Okay. So how do you do that?
Good one.
You sure that's not part of the annotation thing? Again, that dialog box down. Is it this one?
Yeah. Manage multi-leader styles. Okay. So let's modify this also. Leader format. Let's go 0.125 also here.
Yeah.
Break size. We can still say that 0.0625 might be a good selection. Leader structure. Yeah, I think that's good. Content and textile, annotative. We're going to change that. Keep horizontal. I'm going to say by layer. Horizontal. Yeah, let's give this a try. Leader format, straight. Yes, that's good. Let's go by layer. By layer. By layer. Let's say okay. Close. And so let's add a leader here. And not working. No. Do we? Helps to use the right thing. And this is where they can type in road surface one. You want it all caps?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then this is actually just a piece of regular text. So you should be able to just to go multi-line text.
Mm-hmm.
Type in 250. Do you want me to keep going?
No, you don't have to. I think that's.
Let's try this dim angle here. That's between this center line and this center line.
Mm-hmm.
See if we're okay. So it's showing that 75 degrees. Now in this case, it did add
75 degrees feet.
Yeah, in this case, you can edit that. This because we put that suffix on there. So can we back that off of there? I guess you can just. I wonder if you have to explode it in order to.
10%
D
D.
for degrees. Yeah. So that happened because we had that suffix on there. So we're kind of winning by putting the suffix on automatically. But when you get to that degree symbol,
There's your cell
yeah,
phone.
my phone. I'm not sure if we could have controlled it there. Dimension. Linear dimensions.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. So basically that's it.
Okay. Hit the square button in the red.